What's up, nail geeks, and welcome back to another polish pickup video. This month we have the theme junk food, and it is so good. I don't know about you guys, but whenever we have a foodie themed month, I really love them. The smells and the polishes, all that fun stuff is always just knocked out completely. I also feel like maybe because in a food themed month that brings out the most, maybe like a diverse, I guess is what I'm looking for, a diverse type of finishes is what we're seeing in a lot of the polishes. So I've seen Crellies, hollows, and it's just a beautiful mix. So lots of pretties. So before we get into that, per usual, I am going to have my sponsored giveaway. So leave a comment below and I will choose 10 of you, 10, to win a $10 PPU gift code. I will be closing the giveaway this coming Monday, May 1st at 4 p.m. Central Time. I'm going to have a pinned comment on this video, and be sure to check back. I will reply to your comment, and I'll also put you in the pinned comment too. So I'm really hoping to make sure we can be a little more consistent about me making sure that you get your gift codes, because last month I had 6 out of 10 of you email me back, which brings me to the next part of the intro here. We're going to do the winner's shaming corner. So real quick, if you see your name up on the screen here and me announcing it, please email me. I always have my email in my description box, but just for quickie purposes, my email is thepolishedmage@hotmail.com. So fancy on that front. So real quick, we've got Connie Kimber 7585, Cat 1791, Jackalope 9870, Karen Ogles 4194, Mobile Munchkins 8081, and Brother Tonker, if I'm saying that correctly. So if you are on this list, you are in my winner's shaming corner. Shame. Please email me so I can give you your gift codes. And again, leave a comment on this video if you want to be entered into my random giveaway. I use a comment picker and I will pick 10 of you. So without further ado, let's dive right into the swatches and check out what we have this month. So first up, we've got Baroness X. This is Donut Holes. This is a shimmery and flaky filled iridescent fluid art polish. Price is $13 and there is no cap. So fun fact, whenever I was recording this, I was having a fluid art day. I was swatching a ton of Baroness X fluid art polishes, and I made several decals, and I was just messing around trying to figure out what was going to give me the best cell formation on my art. And it turns out the one that I actually kept from my swatches, I did not actually record. So I'm just showing you guys the process for another look that I did with Donut Holes. The one that you'll see here in just a moment that I ended up using again for my swatches is going to be different colors. So in case anyone's alarmed, that's what happened here. It was a beautiful, messy, fun-filled day. It's just one of those techniques that you want to maybe grab yourself something delicious to drink, sit back, listen to some podcasts like I was doing here, and yeah, just go to town on it. Figure out what's going to work for you. I think you need 2 to 3 cream polishes, and then go in and just kind of let it slide down your silicone mat. I found that that is what made the best cell formations. Now, I learned that Hydromancy, Baroness X's really plumping top coat, one of my favorites, it actually revitalizes a very dried out decal. So these decals that I'm showing you right here, I actually made those, and then several days later I decided to use this specific decal set. So that was really an interesting find there. But you basically, in my case, re-wet it with a top coat, and then you cut out what you want and put a sticky layer on your nails. So maybe like a base coat of some sort. Don't let it dry down all the way, and then just stick it. And so I'm showing you really sped up here, my cleanup process. It does take a little bit of finesse, and if you use a black cream, we know how messy those can be. It takes a little bit of patience, but in my opinion, totally worth it. It's a really cool effect, and you can see how lovely that looks, and it just in my opinion is a lot cleaner than a water marble or whatnot, especially if you have some good cleanup tools. So I am using just straight up acetone softened with, ironically enough, Baroness X's acetone antidote so that my skin isn't getting super dried out, and I'm good to go. You'll want to finish off with a good glossy top coat, and that's it. So really nice art idea there. Now I am showing you guys donut holes over a black cream on my pinky and ring finger here. Please note at the end of the video I will be showing all the polishes featured in this video over black swatch sticks at the end. So you'll see donut holes again, but you'll also see all of them. So I do have time stamps in the description box if you want to come back or whatnot, and you'll see that I do have a new segment to my PPU videos showing everybody over a black cream. And next up we've got DRK nails. This is Donut Give Up. This is described as a magenta microflake magnetic mixed with aqua to blue to purple aurora pigment. So this one is a very responsive magnetic polish. The formula to it overall seems very light, so it's easily reactive to a magnet, and it also reacted very well to DRK's Magic Magnetic Top Coat, which is what I use pretty much on almost every magnetic polish that I swatch. DRK is having two polishes this month again. We have the second one I'll show you guys here in a second that is a prototype for Donut Give Up that she's going to have in her shop because it is very pretty, and I'm glad she's going to be releasing that. Really nice. I think the pink pops very well. The magnetic pigment here is quite shifty. I saw quite a bit of an orangey gold cast at more extreme angles. And we have Keep Going. So this is the one that's going to be in DRK's shop. This is described as a bright sky blue magnetic mixed with iridescent microflakes, chameleon and aurora shimmer that shifts magenta, gold to green. So this one's going to be 13 in her shop. This is very lovely. This is a very brilliant, bright type of magnetic blue pigment. And you'll see here in just a moment when I magnetize it that it pops so well. This is one of those really nice, brilliant sort of medium blues that I always gravitate towards. Very nice. There's quite a bit of movement to this one. And if you go in with pretty much any magnetic design, I think it pops very well against the unmagnetized part of the polish itself. This one also dries down quite flat, so for both of the magnetic polishes, I'm going to suggest a good glossy top coat. And next up, we've got Ethereal Lacquer. This is Yummy Bear, described as a fuchsia base full of tiny hollow flakes and pink to orange shifting shimmer. This one's going to be 13 with no cap. This is glowy, beautiful purple perfection in person. For opacity, I'm going to suggest going up to 3 coats on it. Go in light, as it does have quite a bit of a squishy, bouncy effect as you apply it. You can kind of get an idea of that on my second coat here, and that shimmer just pops ridiculously well. It does dry down semi-flat, semi-gloss almost, so I think any glossy top coat is going to be perfect. I personally would not wear this one matte because we've got those little hollow flecks in here, and we don't want to dull that rainbow at all. Now on my full hand shot here, you can see just how flattering that is. This is that type of purple that is going to be very flattering on any skin tone in my opinion. And next we've got Fair Maiden. This is Sweet Tooth, described as a bright pink with red to orange shimmer and hollow flake. This one has no cap on it. So this is a ridiculously beautiful, flattering pink. I really like this one. This month actually had a ton of pinks. I think looking over my PPU collage for what I worked on, there's quite a few pinks, and I think that they're all really flattering. I gravitated towards the Fair Maiden mostly because it does have that beautiful neon effect. This one, and then the Sassy that I also swatched. They're very popping in your face. This is the type of pink that has a white undertone in my opinion. The video is pretty color accurate to what I'm seeing in person. I think my swatches on my phone, when I went back and looked at it, my phone, they came out a little bit on the red leaning side, but on my monitors here on my PC, I'm seeing that it's actually pretty correct to what I'm seeing in person. So I do think this is a true bright pink, very much flirting with being a neon in my opinion. And next up we've got Femme Fatale. This is I Spy with my Skittle eye, described as a super vibrant berry pink jelly topped off with a fruity red copper shifting shimmer within our luminous iridescent blue flakies and cobalt metallic glitters. So this starts off with a bit of a lighter formula. I think 3 coats for this is going to be perfect. It does dry down very mattified, and it has a bit of just the tiniest bit of texture, and it's quite thirsty. So I'm going to suggest going in with a glossy top coat and a glitter smoothing top coat with this one too. If you wanted to wear it matte, I think it would look really cute with the flakes in the background, but I do still suggest a glitter smoothing top coat to just kind of level this one out and just kind of quench that thirstiness. So you can see on my 3rd coat here, builds it very well. I think the overall shimmer that's in the background of this one, it takes a bit of a subdued appearance. So at really extreme angles, I think you'll see a nice orange glow, but it's subtle in my opinion. And up next, we've got Garden Path Lacquers. This is Shoo-in for Prom Queen. Described as an almost neon matte magenta shade filled with color shifting shimmer, purple iridescent flakes, and black metallic flakes. So this dries down harshly matte. This is really straight up matte goodness. Now, in comparison to the Femme Fatale, I think this one is a touch more noticeable on that Aurora shimmer to it. So at extreme angles and at just like a little bit of a side view, you'll see that nice luminous sort of goldish glow. Now this one has a heavy, deliciously opaque formula. I think 2 coats is perfect. Personally, I found that going in light on the first coat and then using that icing method to do the second coat to adhere to that first coat's texture is perfect. Now right here on my full hand shot, this is what it looks like dried down naturally. It's got that heavy matte feel. And then of course I went in with a glossy top coat here to show you guys what it would look like glossified. I did not use a glitter smoothing top coat here, and I think you can kind of tell a little bit if you look at it a certain way. So personally, I would suggest going in with a glitter smoother with a glossy top coat if you choose to wear it that way. And next up, we've got Night Owl Lacquer. This is Jalapeno Face. I think that name is just so cute. This is described as a black and purple with vibrant multi-chrome shimmer that shifts bright green, cyan, cobalt to violet. This one is 13 with no cap. This is popping multi-chrome action. It's lovely and it pops so well. You don't need a black undie for it, and it's just ridiculous in the best way possible. I'm going to suggest going up to 3 coats on it. You'll see on the second coat that I had excellent coverage, even with having a dip layer over my nails, so it's a little thicker. But I felt like that third thin coat was enough to just kind of really exploit that multi-chrome pigment. It's gorgeous. It dries down flat, so go in with a good plumping glossy top coat, and it is just chef's kiss on that multi-chrome factor. Very, very nice. So indoor light, you'll see that emerald green, but shaded lighting and at angles, you're going to easily see a blue shift, and that's just really like chromy looking, and that violet pops at more extreme angles too. And next up is Pahlish. This is Lucky Charms, described as a pale lavender packed with rose, copper, green, shifting iridescent flakes. Price is $14 and there is no cap. So this is excellent Crelly goodness. This is a lovely, true, in my opinion, pastel lavender base color, and the flakes are just popping so well. I think 3 coats is perfect for this. Go in light and allow it to slowly build up because it does have a strong squish factor, and you don't want to overbuild or drag those flakes. This is what I would consider a milky type of lavender. It's got that bubble bath type of vibe going on. It does dry down on the flat side, so I would suggest a good glossy top coat, and it's just so lovely. For some reason, this reminds me of like a spa day. Like this is what you would pick out at a spa, or at least if I was going to a spa. Might be craving a spa day if I'm honest. But it just has this very relaxing sort of vibe to that wonderful, clean looking bubble bath effect. And next we have Psyche Minerals. This is Deep Dish Reigns Supreme. Described as a rich multi-chrome base that shifts red to gold with green at the farthest reaches. This one's 13 and there is a 100 bottle cap. I'm going to say this, I think that this one's going to go really fast, so as Psyche typically does. If you are wanting this one, I would suggest getting on when the site opens. This is glorious, the second multi-chrome that I swatched. I really appreciated both of them that I worked on in this video. They are loud in your face, and this is no exception. This one in the Night Owl. If you are a multi-chrome fan, you need it. If you're not a multi-chrome fan, you still need both of them. This is so shifty and delightful. I had no issue seeing the color rolls that you're seeing in the video here. I did get a little extra with it after I swatched it because I was just blown away by it, that I wanted you guys to see how strong that delicious green shift is. So indoor lighting, you're going to see that copper red. And then here next to my window that I'm sitting next to, you can kind of see that nice gold effect and that green popping out. And then I took my hand away from my lighting area just a little bit so you guys can see that shift. This is just so in your face. Very, very nice. You need this. I'm just going to say that you need it. Now this one does dry down very flat because it is not lacking for pigment in the least. So I'm going to suggest going in for a good glossy top coat. And lastly, we have Sassy Sauce. This is Fire in the Hole, described as a watermelon shade base with red, gold, green shimmer and magenta blue twinkling micro glitter to add extra sparkle. Price is $13 and there is a cap of 400 bottles. So this is a what I'm going to say a neon pink, but compared to that Fair Maiden, which I'll show you guys just a second, it's more fuchsia in my opinion. This has a wonderful dense curly formula. I think 2 to 3 coats is perfect for opacity. If you are rocking natural nails and not much of a free edge, I think 2 light coats is perfect. If you have some sort of free edge, I'm going to suggest going up to 3 light coats. This is so flattering. It's going to look fantastic on your toes. It does dry down very, very flat and quite thirsty. I think it's because of the neon pigment. So I'm going to suggest going in with a glossy top coat and a glitter smoothing top coat to get this one nice and plump and just so glossy and sparkly. In person, there is a gold shift to the shimmer here. It's a touch subtle because you're just looking at that neon action, but it's definitely there. Now here you can see the comparison between Sassy Sauce and Fair Maiden. Fair Maiden has that more neon bubblegum pink and Sassy Sauce has that straight up fiery fuchsia hot pink. So very much different, and if you ask me if you're wanting either or both, I would suggest getting both. I think they're different enough. And then lastly, we have this adorable Friday, get it, Friday holographic sticker from the Crafty Taco. This one's going to be $2.50 and has no cap on it. So it's gorgeous. It's adorable. And if you're like me and in the 90s, you were collecting holographic stickers or Lisa Frank stickers, you're going to need this one too. I don't know if I'm the only one, but last month's and then this one, I like to stick them on my Helmers, and just really cute addition to decorate your stuff. And then finally, we've got Vapid's Elixir. This is a deliciously large bottle of cuticle oil. So gummy bears, if you're curious what this one actually smells like, after letting it dry down on my nails, I think it definitely smells this nice fruity blend. In my opinion, it smells like a fruitcake without the bakery scent, if that makes sense. So definitely got a fruit mixture going on here. It's pleasant. It's a touch light. You kind of have to smell your nails to get the scent, so it's not overbearing in the least. I prefer massive oil bottles like this for when I oil. I said that when I reviewed the DRK oil, same thing. I prefer it like this so I can be more generous. My skin is incredibly dry, especially after swatching, and I'm not gonna lie, my nails were looking hella rough right here. I need a fill. I know it's bad. I'm going to be doing a dip video hopefully this weekend for you guys, but this is what it looks like when my nails need a fill. They're looking rough, they're looking raggedy, and my skin is looking terrible. I just go in with a generous drop on each of my nails, rub it in, let it soak in, at the minimum 2 times a day. So finally, I'm going to show you guys the newest segment to my PPU videos. We're going to do the Over a Black Cream segment. So just to be super thorough, I'm showing you guys the Baroness X once again. This is what it looks like over black. You can easily see that beautiful pink to gold shift there, and the flakes also do that too. Next, we've got DRK. You can really see that the magnetic pigment pops really well. I just went in real quick with the magnet just to be quick about it. You guys know what it looks like swatched, but it pops really well over black too. I was very pleasantly surprised with that one. And then the second polish, the one that she's going to have in her shop, it pulls very much that true cyan color over black, and the unmagnetized part you can see kind of takes on almost a clear appearance. And then we've got the Ethereal. I was very pleasantly surprised with this one too. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did over black. It just exploited that shimmer so well. So lots of glow, very much a vampy appearance with that purple base. And then here we've got the Fair Maiden. This is another one that it just lit up with that shimmer. So again, I was really surprised. I thought for acrylic it was just going to kind of be a dud over black, but I stand corrected. That looks really nice. And then Femme Fatale, same thing. That shimmer just popped really well. I think you can get a good idea of the difference between this one and Garden Path here. I'm going to have them up close next to each other so you can see their differences together. But before I do that, here is the Garden Path, a nice heavy formula, and it definitely popped so ridiculously well with those little flakes. And then here you can see the real true difference between them, especially with their shimmers. And then here we have the Pahlish. Again, I was really surprised with this one too, because I was like, this is not going to look very nice over black because it's that nice pastel color. But again, I stand corrected. It looked like a murky space type milk bath. And then Night Owl, no surprise here, it does not need a black undie to pop all that multi-chrome magic, but it still looked really badass there. And of course, we've got the Psyche too. No need for a black undie, but it still looked really good over a black cream too. I'm telling you guys, makers did so well this month. So nice. It's going to be a very expensive month. And then to wrap it up, we've got the Sassy Sauce here. Got that beautiful talkie like pink. It's going to match your talkie fingers with your nails there. And then I went ahead and compared both Fair Maiden and the Sassy Sauce. Once again, you can see just how different they are when you compare them on over a black cream too. So here is everyone together. This is what they look like over black, completely different, so transformed. I'm really enjoying doing this part of the polish pickup videos and some of my other regular review videos too. So I look forward to this. It's definitely interesting to see what they look like over very dark undies. So wish listing should be opening up this coming Sunday, April 30th. For some reason, I'm thinking April's got 30. I have a calendar behind me, but I'm not going to look for the sake of pretending like I'm right all the time. So April 30th, this Sunday, we will have wish listing. So this time going over my potential wish list, or rather what stuck out to me at the makers spoiler thread, I'm going to go a lot faster, I promise, than last month because I feel like I was just perusing it and it was taking so long, but I know a lot of you guys appreciate this part of the video too, so I'm going to go real fast this time. So we've got, to me, that jumped out was KB Shimmers. I really like that Crelly. I love light colored Crellys with glitter, and if I have to edit this to be faster, I will, I promise. It's funny to me that Fair Maidens stuck out to me, and I was like, you dummy, you swatched it. So, of course, I love that one, so we'll put that as like a honorary on my wish list too. Coloristic Carol's Thermal is so cute. It's supposed to be a chocolate donut. I really like Kathleen & Co. Blue Lover here, and that, if you haven't seen that, is stunning. It's a neon aqua-y looking shimmer thing. It looks fantastic. Sweet and Sour Shimmer looks awesome, and I will have that Dreamland. There is a cap on it. If you haven't seen it, go look at it in the pack. I have the link to that Facebook group in the description box below. It is stunning. I'm a sucker for neons, and I'm really a big sucker for lime green. But I'm going to have that. It looks like it's got a cap, though, so we'll have to be quick to get it. Polish for Days. Yeah, I agree. We do. We need that. Polish for Days. That's gorgeous. A beautiful blue. I really like Lynn B's Hot Cheetos, whatever, is the bomb, and that shimmer looks beautiful. By Danny Viana, I really like that. It looks like it's going to have a lot of versatility to be a topper. I really like Emily DeMolly's because her glitter bombs are chef's kiss. And the Unicorn Magic Skincare, I think it's a lotion, if I'm reading that correctly. I have to have that. It sounds so yummy on the smell. It's supposed to be strawberry pineapple ice cream. I will 100,000% be getting that. Hearts and Promises, I really like that nice pale blue with those little colorful shreds throughout it. Stella Chroma, that looks like it's going to be a creamy, curly perfection, and that base color looks very flattering. I really like Rogues, that is stunning pink there with the gold flakes. I really like Phoenix's Cotton Ice, inspired by Kona Ice. My son gets them through school all the time, the big one, not the small one. He loves it, I love it, and the polish to go with it now is really pretty. Painted Polishes looks really cool too. It looks like a curly perfection. Let's see, the Zra earrings look so cute. They're supposed to be gummy bear studs. Lumens, but I do have a plethora of pink here in front of me that I swatched, so I'm gonna have to really think about that one. Cameo colors, it definitely popped up for me too. I really like that it looks like a coral looking color, but it's got that multicolored effect from, I think Flakes, is what I'm seeing here. Yes, Flakes. So Cameos is really awesome. Cupcakes is awesome. I love a white curly with rainbow effects. I think that and the Danny Viana are like they look like a white curly or something. I'm looking at this really quick, so I could be wrong, but they have that nice rainbow shred looking appearance. Danny Viana's looks like it's going to be more of a versatility with the ability to be a topper versus the Cupcake that looks like it's going to be a straight up curly goodness. Pinnacle Polishes all lime Skittle polish looks really pretty too. All Mix Up Lacquers, the shimmer looks the bomb. And Cleonod. Those are the ones that are really sticking out to me. Oh, and then the Atomic. Oh my gosh, the lime greens this month, you guys, they're so good. So, anyways, if you haven't seen the Maker's spoiler thread, you probably have if you're watching this video anyway, but again, I will have the Facebook group linked below, and then you can also join the BST group. So myself and Lisa, admin there, we will let you in if you are already a member of the pack. Shop is going to be opening up officially for shopping this May 5th, my wedding anniversary, actually, through May 8th. So all this information will be in the description box below. Let me know in the comment section what you're getting. Are you skipping? All that good stuff. I love reading y'all's comments, and you'll also be entered in for the giveaway. Again, look for the winner's pinned comment on this video, and yeah, so I'm getting a little distracted here, obviously. So if you enjoyed the video and you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching.